the 400 final in Rio.
That was the dive, right?
I'm on the side of, I don't think that she dove. I feel like she fell.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It was kind of divey. It was kind of divey.
I don't know, man. I think it was a fall. I think it was a fall.
I felt like she fell.
I like the dives, yo. Like, do your thing.
Yo,
big up the one, Nick.
Hi.
happy Wednesday. It's an off day. Everybody's happy. Look, I'm happy to be here.
Tasha, what you been up to, yo?
Not training.
Oh, you're not doing nothing at all?
I'm trying to, but
What?
yeah, I have the retirement 15 on that I'm trying to get off.
Retirement 15. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. It's a thing for me, apparently.
Y'all, all three of y'all would know, not me. I'm still
You're being very
strong.
disrespectful, Grant. You're being very disrespectful.
You get real disrespectful.
Justin, I want to let you know a cool fact real quick, all right?
All right.
Do you know that from 2007 all the way through till 2017, Natasha won a gold medal in the 4x4 every single year? Well, a silver in 2015.
Smash the button.
I didn't even know that.
We gotta let them know.
I didn't even know that. Thanks for the big ups.
That was gold, silver, gold.
Tosh, how many medals you have overall?
I don't know.
Oh, that's when you know you got a lot of medals, yo.
That's when you know you got a lot of medals.
He's like, I don't know. That's when you ask a guy how many girls he's been with, he's like, I don't know. It's like one of those. You know the numbers are up there.
Oh, damn.
I don't know how I feel about that comparison, but
street culture, yo. Yo, Justin, you seen a wide spectrum of teams, huh? Like, I said Justin was representing for me.
Right now. I met English Gardner when she was in 7th grade. And we ended up being on Olympic teams together.
Justin was out there with the gray streak murdering people, yo. I was like, Justin, go murder these cats, yo. I've always felt like in 2011, when Johan Blake won the world championships in the 100 meters, he kind of got robbed of his moment because Bolt false started out of the race. Okay? Mm-hmm. He's got to live with that. It's tied to his glory. You come into Eugene and you have to face the defending Olympic champion, Ansel Parchment. A lot of people felt like he took the gold medal you were supposed to win. Everyone felt like you were going to win in 2021, hands down. Okay. Especially when Omar wasn't going. It's like, okay, just what is Grant going to run? Pulls up. And I know for the whole year you were thinking about revenge on him. Pulls up warming up, right? Then, Devin Allen, 1284 last season. And you were in that race too. Obviously, you can't wait to get your feet on this cat. You want to put feet on him. You want to race this cat, right? Fall starts out the race. Do you feel like you got robbed of your moment of glory or your moment of redemption?
Not at all. All that outside noise, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
You don't care.
I was in lane 5. Lane 5 was smooth. I ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, honestly, like, when it comes to majors, like major championships, Grant Holloway will be prepared. It's 2021. Anson Parchment won, hands down. Congratulations. Do I want to have like the rematch and the revenge? Absolutely.
Grant, usually you're the guy who's really happy, go lucky, having a good time. I feel like I caught you one time with a little bit of aggressiveness at that last ATL meet you was at. I ain't ask you to go in detail, but
paint the picture. No, Justin, paint the picture. Can I paint it? Can I paint it? No, it's ATL. Can I paint it?
Paint the picture.
Justin, we're here, Doc, because I was getting ready to
look at you.
So you and Omar are at the competition, okay? You both win your heats. You both win your heats. It comes to final time, Omar didn't want to run the final. You ran the final. So you ran, you won, and then you were getting interviewed after the race. And you were, for lack of better words, you were energized during the interview. I'll say energized. And you basically said, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm a gamer. That's all I got to say. I'm a gamer. Now, can I tell you my interpretation of that?
To me, you just talk about yourself.
Okay, but can I say my interpretation? I
No,
feel
you
like
can't.
you're blatantly saying, look, I want to race this dude, yo, and he's pulling out a finals. I'm here. We're here. Let's
Never,
run,
never
dog.
once. Look,
And I'm running. I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer regardless if I'm playing the game, if I'm on the track, if I'm playing football. But still, Omar pulled out of the race for either if he was hurt or anything. I'm going to see him regardless if it's a Diamond League, indoor meet, backyard racing. It's going to come up. Maybe we didn't race that day. Maybe we didn't race next year. Maybe we're not going to race this year again or 2023. But at some point when the game comes to the balance, we're going to have to race again.
But you were upset he didn't run, though.
Not upset. I mean, he was hurt, for lack of better words that you would say. But I mean, I have no ill will. I have no ill will or hurt or hatred towards Omar. I mean, someone that I've also modeled my game and my running ball.
I want to see y'all race, man.
I think the whole world wants to.
That's the race I was looking forward to the most at the Olympics in 2021, and then he didn't make the team.
Omar is definitely he's a generational talent. I mean, indoor world champion, Olympic champion, outdoor world champion. Like, he has the resume that most hurdlers die for. He's just having on series of fortunate events for a couple of seasons now, but there's no doubt in my mind he's going to come back and tear it up.
Natasha, check this out.
Oh boy, I don't know the messy questions you was slinging.
Get right into it. Get right into it.
Look it. There's something bothering me a little bit right now about the women's 400. It seems a little blah. I'm a little bored with the women's 400.
The women's 400?
The women's 400 recently. It's not characteristically like this.
Is it the women's 400 or is it the U.S. women's 400?
Well, okay, I'll say this. When the Americans are doing well, the sport is doing well. Mm-hmm. So if the Americans are doing well in an event, that event's probably doing well. As of right now, you guys are kind of non-existent in the 400. I mean, there's still a thing if she wants to jump in the 4 again.
Yes.
A thing, Mo. She could do it. Sydney can wake it back up again too. Sha'Carri won, but it wasn't a pretty uneventful race.
It was lackluster.
Yeah. Marlita Paulinho came second. Mm-hmm. Most of y'all don't know who that is. I found out who she was at that championship, and I'm a pundit, dog. So it's like that doesn't say much for the event, right? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No, I see exactly what you're seeing. Yeah. Each event goes through its cycle of like the hotness coming through. It gets a little blase blah, and then it kind of comes back around. There's some whispers about Sydney really seriously moving down to the 400 or moving over, whatever you consider that, from the hurdles. Seeing 50-point over hurdles, I really want to see what she can run over the flat. Now, I know that some people, the translation doesn't happen as it should.
Karsten.
I don't like to see races where like the winner is like 2 seconds ahead, and I feel like that's kind of what we're getting right now. And I mean, Sha'Carri's doing her thing, but I want to see more like head-to-head competitions. That to me is what makes the 400 more exciting, and then of course the 4x4. So
you would contribute that as the changing of the guards or young American athletes that are being stagnant?
What a word.
I said
stagnant, dog?
I said
that's crazy.
He said it. But my class, if you will, coming in, right? Sonia was already there. Didi was already there. Now it's like there's young talent there, and that's not to say that any of those talent won't, progress to being the top 5 400 runners, but there's sort of no in between right now to kind of pull the guard along, if you will.
What do you think of the state of the GLAM?
Define GLAM.
Well, let's use Natasha as an example, okay? I'm just gonna be very straight right now, okay? Natasha was like one of the ones.
I don't know what I got myself into tonight.
No, like she was one of the ones. Like we all knew it. Like it's Natasha Hastings for real. But she was really big, not only on performing. She'd go out there, hair did, nails did. Like she played up on her physical attractiveness, which is an asset the track and field has that they kind of dubbed down. it's something that track and field brings that a lot of other sports don't bring. We have a legitimate co-ed sport where both sides of the sport.
Co-ed, and I think we're the most attractive athletes across the board.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down on that one.
Yeah.
Hands down. And we're just sleeping on this?
So my glam is like when I go ball. Like, would you say that? Would you say that's glam?
Oh, you want to be part of the glam crew?
I feel like I've already did it. I mean, I did get a messed up haircut before I got on the track, but I feel like that was still part of the glam. You feel me? Like, it happened twice.
Yeah. Natasha, any words? Chat?
I think the glam still exists. I think it's just changing. Like Shelly came with the green hair, and Shanae had like blue or purple at one point. So, I mean, I feel like it still exists. I just feel like, you know, the glam is just a little bit different now. It's more of a statement.
Do you think that it's something that people should be aware of when they're presenting themselves to the world?
Absolutely. I mean, I used to get criticized for it, like, oh, if you would pay more attention to your competition instead of your makeup, then you might do better on the track. Right. But here's my thing. I'm on television, right? Like,
exactly.
If you go to work, you dress the part for whatever your job is. And so if I'm on television, I'm entertainment. So that was the whole point of it. And, you know, we also have that conversation about, like, what is the entertainment piece in the sport? And I'm not saying that to say that every girl needs to go out on the track with a face full of makeup, but, like, we are also entertainment. And I felt comfortable with entertaining or glamming in that way. And I did it.
And we thank you for bringing in that glam.
Smash the button.
Hey,
Anson,
someone in the chat said to shoot my shot. You better behave yourself. I'm married. Trayvon, I seen a comment from you earlier. I don't want any trouble with you today, man. Like,
let me scroll back.
That's one strike. I don't want to get to 3 because I want peace with you, man. I like Trayvon, but that's a strike. Okay. Now, moving along, back to Grant and Omar.
Why you wait? So I got a question for you before you go, big dog. Why you think I got beef with Omar? Why you think Omar got beef with me?
Whoa.
Why you think we got a rivalry?
You're acting a bit defensive. I ain't said about no beef.
That was a question.
Real defensive.
Okay.
But you said you were going to bring it back up. You funny. You funny.
I just wanted to know if you noticed he's doing 7 steps to the first hurdle now.
What does that have to do with me?
Well, I mean, you do 7 steps, and you guys run the same event, and you're both going for the
game.
same medal. And
talk my game. There's only one person I allow to train. Well, 2. Coach Mike Holloway and Coach Adrian Mann at the University of Florida. That's all I got.
Big up the one named Mouse. Mouse is the man.
Do y'all call him Mouse or Coach Holloway?
Well, you have to be a certain age to call him Mouse.
Yeah, I was about to say, I call him Coach Holloway. But, Anson, back to you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to...
No, since we're not going to talk about Omar, a potential rival, I'm talking about you. Not Omar.
You good. This is your show. This is your show. You're the host.
Yeah, not Omar, potential rival, doing 7 steps now, changing his game up and coming hungry this year. We're not going to talk about that. Let's
Yes, it is.
You know what you said to me that was interesting when we spoke in Birmingham? You want to have a solid season in the hurdles so you can in an off year, which we may not see in a little while because COVID pushed things back. But in an off year, you want to try
26, right?
2026. You want to actually legitimately try another event.
I think it's possible.
He actually spoke about doing the HEP, which is the indoor deck. I was crunching some numbers, but there's only, I can't remember which event I didn't have a stat for you for, but you'd be on world record pace. So would it be the HEP or would there be an event you'd be like, no, this is the event I wanted to?
I mean, the story, I guess, that everybody and how you make money in track and field is you got to do a sexy event. So I feel like if I want to continue to make some good money or have a chance to get on the relay, I feel like I need to go run 100.
What do you think you can run an open 100?
I ran 10.2, but that was me just getting thrown in the event. Honestly, if I train, I definitely feel like I can go 9.9, but I don't know how to run 100.
Just text me after this. I'll teach you.
Yeah, that's like it. You're right.
Yeah, it's easy.
We were talking about dream relay teams, and we had a junior from University of Tennessee. His name is Nigel Green, and he named his Dream Relay Team, and he put you at third leg. We're talking all time Dream Relay Team. So we're talking about Tysons, we're talking about Johans, we're talking about Bolts. He said you.
Hey, whoever that is, hey, smash the button for him right now for me, please.
You want me to smash the button for him?
Like I said, I give out crazy work.
Fred Curley just said, y'all just talking. I think he means, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Fred. And Fred, I want peace with you today too, man. I don't want any trouble. the last stream, I'm not happy. But I think he's talking about you, just talking about the fact that you'd want to run the 4x1 or run the 100.
Who is you? Me?
I think it's you.
I'm retired.
I am not in nobody's top 4. Like I'm not beating Christian Coleman. I'm not being Fred. I'm not being Marvin. I'm not being Trayvon. We just picked 4 people in the. I'm not beating none of them. Common sense. Like it is what it is. Will I compete? Absolutely. But for me, if one of them go down, I am the next best man up. I don't care what anybody say. I am the next best man up. You take me off the bench, I'm gonna give you 55 points, coach. Easily.
I would also
Easily.
like to say the 4x1. We always get caught up in like having like the top 4, but to me, the 4x1 is one of those events where keep the stick moving fast, and sometimes that means number 5 or 6 or 7 got to be put on there to make sure that stick stays in the zone and moves fast. So I'll put you on there, Grant.
If it's first man up, I'm ready. Like this is the discussion everybody ran into after Uncle Fred went down at 20 in Oregon. Everybody was like, "Well, what we gonna do? What we gonna do?" And I literally said verbatim. I told Mike March and Coach Freeman, if you guys need me, I will not be available until after July 17th. Because I was like, let me just focus on my hurdles, and then whatever happens afterwards happens. So I literally, after I got my medal, did the award ceremony, saw my family, saw my lady, saw coaches, like everybody. I walked downstairs and I said, "Am I good?" They said, "Yeah, you good." I was on the next flight home the next day. I watched the 200 and the 4s and the 400-meter hurdles from my house.
Who won the men's 4x1 last season?
Canada. You're toxic.
We're gonna do this again. We going here again.
That was just a question. Marvin, I just asked a question, dog. Damn. I can't ask questions.
But Canada, I'm gonna just say this. Y'all
sound
won.
like you're about to be very disrespectful.
I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm actually gonna pay y'all a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Canada won, but that proves my point about you just gotta keep the stick moving fast.
See, Natasha just said y'all the winners, but y'all not the fastest. That's what she just said.
Justin, you're being very disrespectful, man.
Everybody get a strike.
All I said was,
all right, Justin, damn, man.
That proves my point. Canada's relay team, were they the top 4 men out there?
No.
But they kept that stick in the zone and moving fast.
They did. All right, guys, I'm not going to ask any more questions about Canada's gold medal. We'll leave the gold medal out of the talks. The 4x100 meter gold medal out of the talks. A track meet's happening, and you've been put in charge to choose the events that are going to be in this track meet. 6 events. I could have been a jerk and said 4, but let me say 6. Like when you choose one event, it's not both sexes. If you choose the men and women's 100, that's 2 events.
I have a question.
What's up?
Professor Anson. Is this a sprint track meet, or is this a distance, or is this a collaboration of all the events?
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you feel is going to be the most entertaining, run the most smooth. Take into account current talent, entertainment value, keeping the show moving, and how you expect the crowd to respond, and how well it can be presented. And the characters involved are obviously important.
Well, first things first. Gotta have the 110 hurdles. Next, gotta have the men's pole vault. Mondo's definitely probably gonna break the world record again. That's easy. I'm going with my 2 father figures, Joe Kovacs and Ryan Krauser. They're gonna put on a show.
Shot put. Okay.
Easy. 4th event, little bit of a toss up. but I would either choose the women's 100 or the women's 200, depending on if Shelly, Elaine, and Sharika Jackson, depending on what they're doing. Also, you throw in a USA, you got Augustine.
Pick one of them, though. So the 100 or the 200.
I don't know. I'm trying to say, like, you can put like a asterisk between both, whichever one they
What's this asterisk list you got going on here?
No, we're not doing no honorable mention. You got to choose one.
Make a decision, dog.
Choose
one.
one.
Everybody at my neck. Okay, 200. Everybody go with that? Everybody like 200 or the 100?
Men or women?
I'm doing both, so I feel like I'm maxed out.
That's 5.
I gotta throw in one distance event for just to show love for all my homies. No, you know what? They don't never get love. I'm throwing in the women's heptathlon. Just to prove point for everybody. Everybody gotta be happy.
All right, man.
All right. I quit.
I don't know about your track meet, dog.
If I don't do that, honestly, it'll probably be the 1500. Nope, 800. Nope. Yeah, men's 1500.
Grant about to have a whole track meet.
Man, Grant's got 10 events now.
Right.
1500.
One of his events is an event that has 8 events or 7 events. He said the hep.
Okay. I for sure have to go with the women's 400 hurdles. I'm going to go with the women's 100. I'm going to go with the men's. Now I'm like Grant between the men's 100 and 200.
Just throw one. You got to put the asterisk. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you the asterisk.
No, don't do the asterisk.
No, I think I'm going to do the men's 200. I'm going to do the men's 200. So
what's that, 3? Is that 3?
I got to throw a one lapper in there. So I got to do the men's 400. There absolutely has to be a relay.
I like that.
Oh, that's a good. That's good.
4x4. You got to go 4x4 in there.
Instead of a 4x1?
Absolutely. 4x1 is too much room for error. You're trying to see people run, not the baton on the ground.
As much as like too much room for error, unfortunately, some of that is a part of
anticipation.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually go with the women's 4x1 there.
Okay.
I like that.
So that puts me at 5. And I agree with the men's shot put. I'm going to put that out there too.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't see that one coming. Okay.
All right. Yeah, this is all right.
I'll come to your track meet. I'll buy a ticket.
Yeah. Depending on the price.
$3.99?
We're going to go with the women's 100, men's 200.
Okay.
110 hurdles.
Okay.
Women's 100 hurdles.
Okay.
I like it.
That's a good meet.
We're going to go with the women's 800.
Wow.
I like it. I respect that.
Okay.
I respect that. That's a good honorable mention. That's a great honorable mention.
And we're going to cap it off. We're going to cap it off with a relay.
Justin, that's a good meet, dog.
That's a great meet, but which relay? Did he say the relay? I'm sorry if he did.
Well, if you just say the relay, it's the 4x1.
I don't have the experience like you guys. I never ran a 4x1.
Oh. I'm doing men's and women's 100. I'm doing the men's and women's hurdles.
400 or 100?
Sprint hurdles. Men's and women's sprint hurdles.
Okay, let me shut up.
You're being very disrespectful. Look at you.
I am.
Okay. Crowd-wise and presentation-wise, I feel like the men's high jump does well.
I respect that.
It's a phenomenon.
I respect that. I like that.
And I would go women's long jump because
Justice face.
There's a lot of stars there. That would be solid. That's 6. Now I would put the women's 400 in if Sydney, Sawa, Shawnee, and a thing are running. That's going in somehow.
Your meet is going to go bankrupt, but
I know.
You got to pay a lot of stars. That's why you throw the top line in there.
It's been a great episode. Any thoughts?
I appreciate you for having me. I can't speak for...
Grant, big up yourself and big you up going into this season. And if you cross paths with Omar, I'll be watching. If you just happen to cross paths. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about if you walk and cross paths with someone whose name just happens to be Omar.
Anybody named Omar?
I'll be watching.
You know what he doing.
Tasha, respect for joining. You can join whenever you want. This is a good talk. Tasha's one of the disruptors. So I want to hear her talking more. You know what I'm saying? Grant, are you going to run any 60s?
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
You're not
Quote,
going to?
end quote. I'm not going to, so quit asking. End quote. Nick Saban.